And I was so upset that I had to have a wedding. I was so pissed. I went crying down the freaking aisle.
Oh, getting married. Yeah.
Cried the whole way. I really didn't want to get married, but...
We only got married because Gammy was crying.
I was under so much pressure, you know, being a young actress, being young, and I was just like pregnant. And I was just like, I didn't know what to do. But I just knew, I was like, I never wanted to be married. It was a horrible wedding.
It was a mess. Jada was sick. She was very unpleasant. Wouldn't cope. But she was sick. She didn't cooperate with anything.
We were 6 months pregnant. It wasn't a day in my life that I wanted anything other than being married and having a family.
Wow.
From
well, thank the good Lord.
Literally 5 years old, I was picturing what my family would be.
Wow.
Welcome back to Totally Based. I'm Joey Gaskin, and today we got to talk about Jada Pinkett Smith. But before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on new content from me. Now let's get to it. All right. Guys, the internet is abuzz right now because apparently Will and Jada have been split up for the past 7 years and nobody knew it. But of course, why not expose your marriage drama in a perfect book tell-all piece like Jada's doing in her new book, Worthy? Worthy of what? I have no idea.
We are back 8:14 with Carson and Hoda's exclusive interview with Jada Pinkett Smith, and everyone's going to be talking about this.
Yeah, she is one half of Hollywood's most powerful couple. She's at the center of constant gossip and controversy, including that slap at the Oscars. She was sitting right next to Will Smith. And when we met up with Jada in her hometown of Baltimore to talk about her candid new memoir, Worthy, she opened up about an issue that has been kept secret until now.
There are so many surprising things in the book, but the thing that surprised me the most, that I actually had to reread it because I said, is this true?
Right.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper, but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now.
Yes.
Y'all have been apart.
Yeah.
But in public, the couple, who married in 1997, denied the gossip about their marriage. Jada says she considered a legal divorce, but could never go through with it.
I made a promise that there will never be a reason for us to get a divorce. We will work through whatever. And I just haven't been able to break that promise.
But you still live separately.
We live separately.
I have so many questions. So do I. I have so many questions.
It was the strangest kind of revelation to realize that these two people have had separate lives. I mean, they have not called each other husband and wife in all of those years.
Except for the appearance everywhere they went.
Except for the appearances, right, including at the Oscars.
Yes.
Now, wasn't it just a couple weeks ago that she was sharing things on her social media account about Tupac, a video of her and Tupac dancing to Parents Just Don't Understand, which is Will Smith's song, while Will Smith is showering her with blessings on her birthday? Wasn't that just a couple weeks ago? I mean, I feel like we just need to kind of go through a rundown of things that we know and where we are now, like where we were and where we are now. Like, can we do that? Because I remember back in the day, they used to talk about how Will and Jada were like the perfect couple. You know, you had those couples back in the day, the black couples that just represented family. You had the TV couples like the Cosbys and Family Matters and Fresh Prince and, you know, those families that just were together and they made values look right. So when you saw black power couples like Will and Jada, you're like, man, that's awesome. You know, they're still together. They have kids and they're doing big things. This is back in the day. Okay. Seeing his little kids acting alongside of him. And then all of a sudden his kids start growing up and you're like, man, why are they like that? And then from there, you start hearing things about Will and Jada having open relationships. And like, you're like, what's up with that? Is that true? But then we find out that Jada had a relationship with Jaden's friend, August Alsina. Like, where'd that come from, right? Then next thing you know, she's talking about it on their show and has Will on there basically just exposing all their drama and making him look stupid while he's sitting up there, look like he about to cry. And then there was the slap heard around the world. Will goes up on stage and slaps Chris Rock in the face for Jada, who again, he's not even with, bro. At this time, he's not even with her, okay? And then she's still making him look stupid by putting out all this stuff about how she doesn't even want to be married to him. Got her daughter writing notes to Tupac like he's her daddy. Like, we could really just go through all the absurdity of this family. Like, what is going on? And now we find out that they weren't even married for the past 7 years. And Will has been looking like a major simp and everybody's been talking about let her go, and she been let you go, bro. You look even worse, Will. You look even worse, man. This is rough. I just don't know how Will, who's one of the biggest names in Hollywood, okay, how he could just let this be. She has smeared his name in more ways than one, and he has not said a single word. But you know what, guys? I know exactly what Will Smith needs. First, he needs a new publicist. That's the first thing he needs, who can come in and clean this whole thing up. And in doing so, they need to bring a fresh little honey next to him. We can kick old Jada to the curb. She's hit the wall. We done with that. We moving on. All right. And then he needs to apologize to Chris Rock. He needs to apologize profusely, okay, to Chris Rock. And somehow maybe they need to even do some type of skit or some type of comedy or something together. They need to be able to hash that out and be done, okay, and be cool. And then he needs a new big movie, because Will Smith needs to build a new empire. He has to have a comeback story. I mean, all of us were Will Smith fans. I don't know anybody who wasn't a Will Smith fan. I mean, Fresh Prince was the show. I couldn't even watch Fresh Prince because it was that hip. It was that cool. My parents thought it was bad, but it was a bomb show. Everybody knows that show was awesome. Everybody knows that Will Smith and everything he put out was awesome. So for him to have this wife of his to just destroy his name, like, I'm not on that, man. And I'm not gonna say and call Will Smith a simp. He's in a hard situation. I mean, you get married and sometimes you just don't know. And so I gotta say right now though, Will Smith need to do something. But anyway, guys, if you like this video, you like the content that I'm bringing to you, please like this video, comment, share, and subscribe. And definitely please comment. I want to hear what you guys think about this. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.